What's going on, guys? Big Red coming at you today with a trailer breakdown for SRX, the game. Can't wait to look into this. This is going to be really fun. I'm ready to see what all that they're going to be releasing with the game. Yeah, this kind of popped out of nowhere, so let's go ahead and get into it. Ooh, let's go ahead and back that up right off the rip. Listen to the sound. If you've played Tony Stewart games in the past, one of the first things people complained about was the sound. So that right there.
Really hard to get ready for the SRX race season, but we've also been working on SRX the game.
All right, start breaking it down. So first off,
really hard to get ready for the SRX.
Let's pause it here. We're gonna try to pick up on any small thing we see. Of course, we've already seen the logo 100 times. But it is on a branded Under Armour shirt. That's something to potentially pay attention to, especially coming with the actual season ahead of time. I know they've not announced many sponsors at all, but the Under Armour X, be pretty neat seeing all the teams outfitted in Under Armour. If those of you that don't know who Ray Abraham is, absolute genius. Absolute genius. One of the smartest guys to ever come up with racing. This is kind of his brainchild when it comes to the vehicle. He had pretty much creative freedom to go in, do, pretty much anything he wanted when designing the suspension and things like that, or at least that's my take from what I've seen.
Race season, but we've also been working on SRX the game.
So we automatically see Stewart. Same build, same look. It appears from what's been released in the photos with the body style. So 16 superstars. Looks like ELLIOTT, Tracy, Castronovis. Oh, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and break down who's actually in the game. So it looks like we got Marco Andretti, Brian Brown, Hilo Castronovis. Hope I said the name. I don't know how that goes. I am from Northeast Georgia, so, watch out when it comes to the English. Doug Kobe. We got the one and only Bill Elliott. Ernie Francis Jr. Tony Kane, maybe? Cannon? Bobby Labonte and Willie T. Ribbs. Oh, it keeps going. Bobby Santos III. Scott Speed. I was a Scott Speed fan back in the day. I'm glad to see him coming out to play. And then the one and only Tony Stewart. Got Cody Swanson, Paul Tracy, and Mikey. Big Mikey. All right, so let's pause it here. 50-plus tracks. As you know, a lot of the tracks in the last previous games have been what they call fantasy tracks. So it's tracks that are, you could say, loosely based on real race tracks, but yet they put them in the game with their own little twist. But right here in Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, potentially, I'm seeing that it being an SRX game, we're going to have all the tracks that they are running, or should. As you can tell from this screen, it looks like all the paint schemes are going to say relatively the same, with the only difference being a little bit of the colors. Secondary colors is going to be different. So, we had Nashville Fairgrounds. Next, the one and only Eldora. Everybody's been, in the past couple of games, come on, that's Tony Stewart's track. And I've heard a lot of theories of, NASCAR having the license on the track and it not being able to go in here and all that. So, don't know what's true and what's not, but we can say for 100% certainty that Eldora is going to be in the game. Next, Stanford Speedway, home of the SK Modifieds. Holly, EA, Sun RV Resort. So it does look like there is some sort of branding when it comes to sponsorships, but a lot of it looks like to be on the rear of the vehicle. Who knows when it actually comes to the season? That's pretty neat. You got Sparko. So, Lucas Oil Raceway in Indianapolis. Knoxville. Sprint car capital of the world. That is that's potentially one of my favorite dirt tracks ever made. Oh, I skipped the last one. Slinger Speedway, the world's fastest quarter-mile oval. So we do see some asphalt tracks in the game. Plus, see what else we got. Wow. So they're breaking out the stadium trucks. That looks pretty neat. Let's see. Oh, with actual stadium truck. It looks like the stadium truck tracks. We can see the 305 wingless sprint cars are making their reappearance. They have been in previous games, so I'm glad to see that's possibly one of my favorite cars to drive. So glad to see these coming back. Dirt late models. Dirt late models are back also. That's really neat. I can't remember that track's name. I do remember running it in the tournament mode, though, or something like this. You had a deep bank down here. You basically ran the top. As soon as you turned in, you skated around, right around the top. That's where most of your grip was, up around the rim of the track. Very, very fun game. All right, so it looks like they've changed the user software just a little bit. Team summary, racing teams, my vehicle, facility, personnel, accounting, and career history. Fun fact, over 80%, it's actually closer to 90% of all console games when it comes to racing that's sold, over 80% of the people actually play career mode, not online. It just seems that the online's usually the loudest because they're the ones on Twitter and stuff. But, so the guys that are looking for career mode and an in-depth career mode, as you can see by the facilities, personnel, accounting, and career history, you can see up here, I guess that's going to be the levels, the stars. Cash, fans earned, all that good stuff. It looks like it is going to be back in depth. So I think the last iteration of the Tony Stewart games that came out, I think they really took a good step in the right direction when it came to the career mode. So that's pretty neat. Road to SRX. So I guess this is kind of the lineup. Going to start in the 305s, move up to the stadiums, late models, and then you'll eventually end up in the SRX Superstar Racing experience. So, racing teams, once again, it shows all of our stuff, shows the level of the team we're running with. Not only does it show that, but it shows the team records. So, of course, your season 1, you got the first season. You also won the championship that season. Season 2, you were in the top 20, and then 3, you won another championship. First season, season number 2. So, I got it now. So the way this is keeping up with your seasons is, sorry for the jump cuts, but I keep yawning. The way it's jumping through the seasons is keeping up with them in order. So the minute you actually start your career on season 1, start out in 305, no matter how long it takes you to it, it looks like season 5 was your first season racing where you actually ran the SRX. So that's actually pretty neat. Here we go. Oh, wow. You got a win rate. That's pretty good right there. 100% win rate. It shows your upgrade. So he's at 89% on this one. 96% on this one. Fully upgraded tag. So that's pretty neat. A little bit more of the 305s. All right. So completely new interface when it comes to the home screen. We got slide bars, but we do have different photos. Multiplayer races, it shows that you've raced 102, so I guess it's going to keep up with all your statistics from online. Looks pretty much like the basic formula, what we're used to. You have your home screen tournament mode where you can go in and you run different time trial events, basically. And then your leaderboards. Your leaderboards is where you're going to see your online leaderboards for everything, actually. You're going to see it for races ran daily, of course. I believe last time was fastest lap at every track and all that good stuff. Few more shots of the tracks. I'm noticing the sound, and as soon as I said that, authentic sound. Looks like we got an engineer here. Oh. Let's go back to that. So we are going to have the authentic sound from the SRX, which is actually really neat. Hopefully that carries over to the other seasons. Seeing the stadium trucks once again. I can't wait to fill these things on asphalt. I can't wait to see what happens. Because if you notice the transition from the Tony Stewart's sprint car racing to All-American racing, the people that's followed this series has definitely seen a huge swing in the physics from, you know, your sprint cars, and then you're coming up to your All-American racing. It felt like a completely different game. I mean, absolutely wonderful the direction they go. So hopefully that momentum kept on through this. The sound though, that is awesome. See here, I'm trying to see the way the cars articulate the corner on exit. Seeing it get a little loose, showing Eldora once again. It's gonna be really fun. Not seeing. See, where do y'all think this track is at? I see the big windmill in the background. That's awesome too. Look at the graphics around the outside of the track. That definitely looks on point.
I'm Alan Bestwick. This is SRX, the game. SRX will be available May 28th on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC via Steam.
That's awesome. So actually, you can pre-order this game right now on the Xbox in the Microsoft Store. Or check out SRX the game. Once again, it's coming May 28th, 2021. Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. It's been Red4424. If you're new to the channel, please slap the subscribe button. It is free. Leave a Leave a like, and we will catch y'all on the next video. Can't wait.